All right. Check a couple things here. Make sure things are running okay. Trying to see if it's going live on YouTube or not. Stop covering my head. We just added it to there. So it should. It's hard to see on the phone sometimes. I believe we're live on Twitch. Should be. I got a notification I was live. Stream manager. Yep, there I am. Okay. Just it doesn't say it's live on YouTube. I don't know why. Not much I can do about it. See if I go there on the. Maybe the app's not catching up. No, it says I'm live. Okay. Just wasn't clicking on the phone for some reason. All right. So we made drinking glasses before. Multicolored drinking glasses. They seem to have sold okay, or some sold. So we're going to make some more of those, and then we'll switch over to some other things. Maybe make a vase or a bowl, something. So we're just going to work on simple drinking glasses to start. Glory hole's still kind of warming up. It's like last time, but hopefully this time it gets up to temperature in it. I don't get stuck making nothing. All right, let's keep that there. So we'll warm up the pipe so we can gather on it, get the bubble started. Make sure the audio is up here. Okay. Let's see, Annealer 2 should be up. So I'm double check that. Take a look if there's anything in it. Something there. Super hot. All right, so it looks like there's one piece in there, so we should be able to make pretty much anything we want, put away. Trying to find the right mixture. I have a hard time with that. The bubble started here. See if this melts in or not. Where did the tweezers go? Still is not the right temperature. Maybe we will work slowly, but I'm going to try and transfer this now. Might get too cold. Warm up the top so we can open it up. It's not like, not melted down enough. Try to figure out if I have too much oxygen going to this right now. Whoa. Let the jacks get a little bit too wide. All right. I think we're going to kind of try to open it up one more time. Okay. Took us a little longer, but we have our one drinking glass. Where'd all the tools go? Try and break off some excess. Don't know if that's gonna. Try to put it away. Might have gotten two different of temperatures there. We'll see. Come on. There's one glass. It feels like that's starting to get better, closer to the temperature we need. Take this sweater off. Yeah, I think that's getting closer to where it should be. It's not quite there, but at the end it started feeling a little better. All right. So we gotta make a few more drinking glasses. See what we can make. In the past, I was trying to do a goal of like 10 drinking glasses a stream, or like when I get to the shop, like 10 drinking glasses in a work period. But with having to turn the glory hole on and getting heated up, kind of lose an hour and a half to that, 2 hours to just waiting for that to get up to temperature. So we probably won't get to 10 drinking glasses per work period. So we'll see what we can do. We'll get maybe 4 of these made and then try something else and see what else we can do. All right, so I still need see, a couple tools that I wasn't prepared for. Usually there's a spoon thing here. Ugh. See how long we can work, what we can get done. Harvard this out. Bubble started. See if this works. There we go. So we're going to gather on this, get a little bit more glass on top of this, and then we'll add some color onto it and heat that up and try to melt that in. I need to zoom out when I do that. I'm going to heat this up. Kind of shape it and stretch it a little bit. Flatten the bottom there. Try to transfer this to another pipe here. So now we're making a punty. Just taking another rod, putting a little piece of glass on it. Transfer this one to that pipe. Try to center it. Zoom out a little bit, just so you can see everything again. I don't think I necessarily need things to track me either on this, but we'll see if it works, see if it shuts off. And start to open it up now. See? Okay. There's a drinking glass, wherever that camera is, I don't know. Now we're going to take it off, put it away. Number 2. Try to chill it where we want it to break off. Then we heat treat the back of it so they don't have to grind it later. And put it away. So then we got to put it in the annealer. Has to sit overnight so it can cool. It's 2. So I want to double check something. Make sure the annealer is at the right temperature. Should be. All right, glass 2. So we'll keep working. We'll make another glass. Don't eat the squid. How's it going? I'm going to turn off this tracking here. Follow me down, tracking. There. All right. So we're trying to make maybe 5 of them. Something like that. Then maybe we'll switch to mixing some colors, swirling some colors in the glory hole, those kind of things. So get the rod warm here. Come on. All right, let this cool. We'll gather on this in a second. We'll add some of the color on there. Melt that in. Come on. Tweezers. Do your thing. Okay, now that we put some twist in there into the color so it has a little bit of swirl, we're going to melt that down so we can blow the bubble a little bigger and let the glass stretch. I'm not sure if the fan is making the microphone make noise, wind noise. So hang this down, let it stretch a little bit. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm going to stretch this, blow it in the mold here. I'm going to heat this up and kind of start to kind of shape that glass. Now we blew it in the mold, which is really just a pipe that we blew into. You can start to kind of see the shape of the glass here. So this is the neckline where I'll break it off when I transfer it. Flatten the bottom here. Now we can just make sure it's warm and transfer this to another pipe here. So we grab another rod, put a little bit of glass on the tip of it, and then we'll marver it to a point here. So just kind of push this to a point. I'll attach this to the bottom of this glass and hopefully right in the center. Now we try to center this up. I don't really think it's centered, but we'll see. The glass got lopsided on the other rod, so I'm not sure if I'm centered since the glass was kind of moving lopsided. So we'll see. Now we got to heat the other side of it so we can open it up. Try to make sure that wind from the fan's not making the microphone sound like it's in a wind tunnel. And if I just move it forward a little bit. That way it's not directly on top of me. Then we're going to get some heat into the other side, the mouth of the glass. Kind of melt down where we broke it off, and then we can start to open it to shape the other side of the glass. Smooth these shoulders, so make sure the shoulder's not bulging here. Now we'll heat it up and try to open it up the rest of the way if we can. A little bit more heat. Just a little bit more. And then we should be done. Just want to open it up a little bit more if we can. Might not be hot enough too. I don't want to overheat the color and stuff. Just a little bit. And there. I think we'll stop with this glass. Just kind of flash it, keep it warm. Kind of try to even out the heat a little bit. And then we can take it off, put it away. So I chill where it's connected. Try to tap it off. And then we use a torch to heat treat the bottom of it just to get rid of that connection point and make sure it's all smooth, and then we don't have to grind it later on. Grind or chisel or whatever we have to do to kind of get rid of that sharpness. This is the easiest way of just heat treating it and gets rid of it, and then we don't have to worry about it. And then we put it in the annealer. And it will cool overnight. And yeah, it'll come out tomorrow, and then we can put it on the shelves to try to sell. See if there's any here. I'll grab one and kind of show what the colors look like. So here's one I made in the past. It has multicolor in it. So that's the color that's in the glass. Different. It's just a bunch of multicolors. The green has a little bit of it's a venturine green in there, so it has a little bit of a shine to it. I don't think you can see it, sparkle to it. But that's the glasses I'm making. I'll leave one here. Where else how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. I would like to make at least 2 more of those. Instead of kind of my goal, usually when I come and blow glass and stream and all that stuff, I want to make 10 drinking glasses a week if I can. I'm trying to be in the shop twice a week now. I only got into the shop once this week. I want to make 10 glasses a week just to have and to sell. And that way, as the year goes on and once Christmas comes and all that stuff, I might still have glasses around that I could sell. So I'm just trying to kind of build this inventory of glasses to have around that people can pick out and buy from, and hopefully they sell and those kind of things, earn some extra money. But then I also want to make other things. So I got to figure out my schedule. If one day would be complete make merch, I guess you'd call it, or whatever. And then another day would be make whatever I want, just to make what I want. So Wednesdays and Thursdays are supposed to be my glass blowing days. Yesterday we had something else going on, so I couldn't get in the shop. I'm hoping next week I can do that. Put these back up to warm up, the ones I used earlier. Don't want to overload the barrel here with used rods, so every once in a while you got to take some out. Last time we also made, while this is heating up, I'll see if there's one over there. I made a mixture of yellow and, I think it's yellow and white, kind of swirled. I'd like to find 2 more colors, so once I get through with these multicolor, I'd like to pick 2 more colors. We did red and yellow, and we did these. That's right. Okay. So I did red and yellow, and then I did red and white. And I'd like to pick 2 more colors and kind of do the same thing, where we make a couple more of these dual color glasses. So this is the red and yellow one with a little swirl to it. So I like doing the red and yellow. This was a different red though that I'm used to using. This red turned out nice though. It looks different on camera here, but so this is just a swirl of red and white together. I like these style of glasses. I like making these. So I might pick 2 more colors and do some like this again, depending on how much time we have. So we had 2 more of these multicolors and then kind of switch to something else. Still warming up. A long time ago I used to make some glasses. I don't know if I can find them again. It was like amber. What colors were they? It was iris yellow and amber and Now, I can't remember if it was black or white. I feel like it was black for some reason, but maybe it was because I think the Iris Yellow was a lighter color. And I think it was black and amber, and the Iris Yellow was more of the lighter color that mixed in with it, because white was a little bit too much. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. I need to write colors down sometimes. Just be like, I made these. Here are the colors I used, and have like a reference. So if I ever go back, I'm like, oh, I want to go back and make those. I can be like, oh yeah, it was these colors. That's what I used. That's how I made it. Gather a little bit. Marver it out. Puff a little air in here. Cap it. And get the bubble going. So you blow some air in there, cap it with your thumb. The moisture from your breath that you blew in there turns to steam and expands and creates the bubble for you. So you don't have to sit there and huff and puff to get the bubble started. We'll let this cool and then we'll gather on it. This one I'm going to get the color first before I block it. We're going to try something different a little bit. Block it a little bit here. Now we're going to get that bubble back. Just wanted to try this and see if the color will be a little bit higher on the glass this time instead of all the way to the bottom. I don't want the color to be right at the bottom edge of the glass. I'd like it to be up just about a half an inch or so. Maybe an inch. Tip it down, let it stretch. If only I could submit my time for this for Castlevania. Yeah. How's it going, math teacher guy? Thanks for stopping in. I have speech to chat on. It's going to my ears, so I can hear chat there. Yeah, I turned it off on the stream. I don't know if I wanted to have it on or off. So I know that that kind of makes it harder for people to understand what's happening. But so if I randomly talk about Castlevania, I'm talking about Castlevania with someone in chat, and then no one hears that conversation. But yeah, I'm not sure if people want to hear chat read aloud or not. Sort of like having the ambience of the glass shop. Just the only noise you hear sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I could go either way. But if I turn off, maybe some of the ASMR crowd might not mind just hearing the roar of the furnace. You know? Then they get mad at me for talking. I just want to hear the furnace. Kind of thick here. Not sure if I want to snip this off here. I think you can actually broadcast to different audio channels. I know you can separate them, and but they do that for music. If you're like, oh, I'm playing copyrighted music, I'm going to play this audio channel for the music, and then Twitch will remove it for the VOD, so the VOD doesn't get muted. You'll probably do the same thing with like chat. I do have to put chat up on to make sure it's up on the so people can actually read it though. I think chat is up on screen, isn't it? So people can see it. Snip a little bit of that off there. Heat it up again. Just getting rid of some of the excess and thickness. Try to melt that down now. Oh no! I hit something. I touched the door. Oh. We've got an imperfection mark on the glass now. It's gonna have a love mark on it for where it touched the door and the door stuck to it. I even think I was close to the door. It was amazing how much it stuck. Just touching it a little bit. Just glanced it. So this one will probably be a fine glass, but I don't know if I'll be able to sell it because it's going to have that rough spot right at the bottom. So this one I might give away to a friend or something. Just say here you go. Couldn't sell this one, but you can have it. Yeah. Well, this one I see marked. Though the whiteness of the door will be hard to see because you have the white specks of color that are in there. So it's not actually too bad, but this is why I like to make more than one glass or so. If something goes wrong with one of them, you still have several others to sell. You try to make pairs, hope that people buy in pairs. I want to make 4, so if I'm making 4 of them, I like to have 1 extra so they can pick out which one they like the best. And if one of them breaks in the process or something, then you have a backup. I'm also trying to make a backlog of drinking glasses and have to go back and decide if I want to reopen my Etsy page, try to have someplace that I sell these online. But I never really liked selling online. I hate dealing with trying to figure out the price of shipping for those stores and stuff. I know they automatically do it, but they're never right. And then having to pick them out and box them, and then you have to decide which ones are on the shelves here and which ones are on sale on the store. And you can't put them on the shelf if they're in the store. There's just a lot of weird things you have to think about when you start selling online. And you also have a storefront that you could sell. It's just easier to put it in the storefront and just hope someone buys it. Instead of like putting them online and then trying to deal with that. And I suppose if I didn't have a storefront here that allows me to put stuff, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sure that's possible. Do I want to do that? No. That's when you get the straw glasses. That's when you get the straw glasses and use those. Make another one. So that was 4. So we're going to make one more. Then maybe we'll make a bowl or a vase or something that, we haven't done in a while. Tried making the bowl last time and the foot just went crazy on me. So I do have a piece of paper there that I can use to shape the foot, and hopefully it works out better this time. I got to decide what I want to make, though. Still might do it with multicolor, those kind of things. Wow. I have to decide when I want to get home. If I want to get home in time for my kids going to sleep, or to see them a little bit before bedtime. Trying to marve it even. Well, this is cool. We'll do this one in the same style we did the other one, where we'll just go straight into color right away. Just to make the color move a little bit. Get the bubble back. And heat it up again. Do. And the optic mold next. All right. We got in the general shape here. Well, I technically should start trying to make Christmas ornaments sometime soon. I know it's early, a long ways to go before Christmas comes back, but start building a backlog and trying to get my skills back to actually being able to make ornaments. I should be making something for Valentine's Day too. I should be thinking about that. What would couples like for Valentine's Day? It's a little. This might fall off. Punty was a little cold, so I wasn't sure if it was going to stay on there or not. Plus, there was a bubble at the tip of it, and the bubble kind of was also preventing it from sticking. So hopefully it stays on there. Oops. Heat this up some more. We should be able to open it up. Whoa. Yeah. Heat it up a little bit more. Try to open it just a hair more. There we go. Now we can put this one away. Heat treat the bottom. Now we can put it away. That's five glasses, 4 of them which I think are successful. Okay. Now we got to decide what we want to do. We want to make a vase, a bowl. It's almost 8 o'clock, so maybe we'll try to just use up. I think we'll just try to make a vase. I don't want to do anything that's going to take too long. We'll see how it goes. With the fact that I have to turn the glory hole on when I start on Thursdays, I feel like I get limited time. So I think Thursdays, there's going to be 2 things I do on Thursdays. Either I just make drinking glasses to sell, or maybe I'll set up a torch and we'll do torch work, because then I can get right to the torch and not have to worry about turning this on, waiting for this to get on, things like that. I may have to wait for a kneeler to get on if I'm working with something I need to put away, but maybe I can get quicker to a torch and make some stuff. And then maybe Wednesday, if there's a glory hole on that I don't have to wait for, I can get straight to working in the glory hole on Wednesdays. And then if I'm making like floral paperweights and such, I could take what I made on Thursdays and make them in the glory hole. I'll have to think about it. I just have to see how the scheduling goes. Not really sure of the shop's schedule too much. I think we're going to just work on a small vase. Nothing big. A little bit of color on it. Just kind of work on getting the shape back. Working on something that's just slightly bigger than just normal glasses. It's been a while since I've done those type of things, so it'd be good to get the muscle memory back and kind of work my way up to working on bigger things. Sure I have everything I need for that. Oh. Just want to check something here to see if we sold anything. Curious. I really didn't have anything here to sell. But let's see, reports, sales for 1 month maybe. Oh, I sold 7 things. I didn't even think I had 7 things. Look at that. Getting back in the shop is working. We'll gather a little bit. We'll wait for this to cool down just a hair, and we're going to try to gather on this again. And then we'll put the color on, I think. Or actually, we'll gather on this again, get the bubble started, then gather on that, and then put the color on. Just want to try to get a big start on the bubble here. Chill the sides. Try to keep it even. See if we can get the bubble started. There it goes. Okay. Kind of bigger than I wanted. This might turn out to be a bigger vase than I wanted. I might not be able to handle this. It's been a while. I don't know if I have my muscle in my arms built up enough to keep it turning while I'm working on it. Especially trying to shut that door. I need a big block. I don't know if I have a big block here. I still have to melt this down. Try to melt that color in a little bit more. We're going to blow it in the optic mold next. I don't know if it'll fit in there. Hold on. That's not fitting. It's fitting sideways. That's not good. This would not get in there. It's hooking on one end. So we're really lopsided here. It twisted in the mold. It didn't want to go into the mold. I had one edge that just caught on an angle and then started pulling the whole thing sideways. So I think my glass is lopsided now with the thickness. And try to break it off there. I think we're going to try to put a foot on it. It's going to be a really weird vase. I got a little bit too big for the optic mold. Caught the edge. Twisted it weirdly. We kind of reshaped it a little bit, but it's not perfect. We're going to see once we put this foot on if we can make it work. I'm going to gather more on it. I need a bigger foot. I don't know where center is. Not really there. Really lopsided here. Yeah, I gathered a lot of glass at the very beginning. This was bigger than I was hoping to do. We're gonna try to transfer this and just kind of start working on the other side, just to get over it. I'm not gonna mess with it too much and try to fix anything. It's just gonna be what it is. Might have an interesting look to it. Might be probably gonna be crooked. You never know. Make a punty. Trying to make what they call a ring punty. Okay. Attach this to the center, hopefully. Keep it spinning. I'm just gonna break this off, and whatever I get, I get. Not really not caring if this breaks off even or not. Now we're just going to open up the other side. Start to open it up a little bit. I don't know if I can break this off and hold it with the grabbers. I think I'm just going to stop there. It's got a really wonky bottom. Hopefully it stands okay. Not really sure how I'm going to get this off here. Bottom got a little crooked. We'll try to heat treat it, but just kind of curious here. It might sit okay if I can get it in the annealer. It's just going to have a really weird bottom to it. Might have to grind it a little bit, but actually it's not too bad. Definitely not how I wanted to go. Gather too much glass, but we got through it. We got through that one somehow. We'll have to work on our bases again. Messed up the bottom. It's really the mold messed it up. I'm gonna blame the mold. Oh. All right, so it's after 8. I think I'm gonna head home so I can say goodnight to the kids. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for being here. We'll be back next week for more glass blowing. Wednesday and Thursday, hopefully. And yeah, we'll be back to speedrunning Castlevania on Twitch under Combustible Dan. So there you go. We'll see everyone next time. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Have a good night.